TNS Radio. We have a couple of special guests with us tonight from We Are Change Ireland, and these guys have been also pounding the streets and doing very well and getting a lot of coverage on the YouTube, and their site wearechange.ie is well worth a look. Hello to Ash Eastwood and Alan Keenan from We Are Change Ireland. Are you there?
Hi, Pat.
Hello, Ash. How are you doing?
Patrick.
How's
Hello,
things?
Alan. How are you? I'm very happy that you joined us tonight. Thank you very much at such short notice, by the way, Alan. That's good, man.
Oh,
Good man, Mr. Keenan. And Ash, I think, is in Kildare in Ireland, and Alan's in Longford.
Longford, yeah.
That's it, yeah. So what do? We'll meet up in Dublin or something when you need to get together and discuss what's going on?
Yeah, we tend to meet up around the city centre. Tends to be kind of the centre of things because, there's a good few groups of us kind of spread out between North County Dublin. Then you've got the other side, you've got Tallaght, then we've got out towards Kildare, and it just kind of seems that we can all kind of come into the city centre and meet up there and do whatever we have to do and kind of branch out from there, really, that kind of way.
Yeah. And how long would you say you've been running now with We Are Change Ireland?
Well, when did we do the first episode? That was really what kicked it off, I guess.
The end of February, I think.
Yeah.
It was the end of February we got the first video up and the site. We got the site up around that time as well.
So well, not too long.
Yeah, you've had quite a bit of support so far. You seem to be sort of, the snowball's getting bigger for you. People are interested.
Yeah, it's great. We wouldn't have it without TNS. It's
yeah, exactly.
That's where the community's all coming from.
Yeah.
We've got the YouTube page up in a couple of hours, and then once the video went around, sent them around TNS, we were just getting great responses, getting emails from people telling us how well we did. The first episode we did was about sovereignty and free man information, and we were giving them out in the streets and talking to the taxi drivers, which is always a good place to.
Well, We Are Change Ireland, the website, it's very good. I'd recommend people check that out. Am I getting it right? wearechange.ie?
Yeah,
that's it. We Are Change.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a section of it from here. I've copied and pasted a bit of it, and I'm just going to read out what your aims and goals are, because it's quite something. Our goal is to educate the public, specifically the people of Ireland, on issues that are generally not covered by the mainstream media, issues such as the proven fraudulent agenda behind the swine flu vaccine, the many harmful chemicals being used in our food, water, and even our air. Read that yourself and become a bit daunted by what you're doing often?
I try not to, no.
If you kind of, I've had times where, you just be kind of sitting there and the weight of everything that, we're kind of all trying to do kind of hits you for a moment. And if you kind of let it, you do feel overwhelmed, but you just have to let it go, because otherwise it'll just hold you down, that kind of way. You can't really think about how large it is by comparison to you. You just kind of take it bit by bit, take it apart,
And Alan, there was one particular video that did actually make me laugh when you went to talking to that charity guy, in the street. Can you give us some idea what was going on there?
Rory talking to the charity fella. Yeah, we just he approached Rory, so we just took the camera out and we were having a bit of a chat with him, just about if he knew what his organisation was and if he knew where all the money was going, or even where some of the money was going. It'd be nice. And if he was doing it out of the kindness of his heart, or if they were getting paid. It's turns out they're all on heavy commission. But we're having a bit of a chat with him about where the money was going in Haiti and how it's all been used to rebuild the country rather than actually going to any of the people who need help on the ground.
Right, the infrastructure.
He was telling us how he wasn't allowed to have his own opinion, that he wasn't allowed to have an opinion at all on anything, because he was wearing a vest and he was the representative of a big corporation, and
that was a good exercise in waking people up, and I'm glad you shared it with us.
Yeah, we were trying to I'm not the person, and we had actually had his manager or his boss come over, get him to take off the bib and hustle him away, probably give him a talking to for talking to people without getting any money off them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he
so
was.
Basically, you're explaining to this fella that you may be working for a fraudulent company that's not working in the best interest of the people they're supposed to be having the charity for, and that Haiti is a complete nightmare and criminal kind of enterprise, really. And he just wasn't getting it, was he? Well, I just wear the bib. Yeah, I just wear the bib.
It's quite unfortunate. There's so many charities there in the world, and things just are getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and none of them seem to be actually doing anything right to fix anything.
Now you have something planned. There's a group of what I like to call eco-fascists planning a protest outside the Dial. Does it stop climate chaos? Can you explain to us just how insane that is and what you plan to do about it?
Yeah, we were flicking through the internet there, looking at different greenwashing sites talking about global warming and oceanic global warming specifically. And this is one Irish group that says that what they've organised for the 2nd of June this year is to have a lobby. They're lobbying TDs outside the Dáil, and what they want is tighter restrictions on climate change laws, more legislation on climate change, more carbon taxes, and really, their words are a carbon tax and carbon laws that we can be proud of. See, they're working off the assumption, I suppose, it could all happen the day after tomorrow, apparently.
Yes. I've penciled it in for my diary, the end of the earth. It's scaremongering to a fine degree, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous what they're getting away with. So what we've decided to do is we're going to approach a group called Voice that are actually they're partners with them at the moment. They're joining them in the lobby. They're called I think it's Voice of Irish or the Voice of Irish Concern.
Voice of Irish Concern for the Environment.
Yeah, perfect.
Right. Yeah.
And they seem to have a lot of the issues. They have it right. They're talking about non-GM foods and fluoride in the water, how it's bad and stuff. But then you get to their main point on the page, and they're talking about anthropogenic global warming, carbon dioxide being a problem for the planet. And I mean, a lot of people out there that I've spoken to are genuine enough, and when they're trying to help the planet, and this is what they think is one of the main problems. Of course, that's the problem with all the greenwashing that's been going on. So what we're going to do is.
They have the best of intentions, but they're just a mouthpiece for the Rothschild Green Conservation Bank.
Yeah,
without realising, really.
It's quite unfortunate the way they've hijacked the environmental movement and painted people like us to look like we don't care for the environment when we care about it a lot more than they do anyway.
Well, you're out planting trees, I know.
We're going to try and get in contact with this Voice group and see if we can do a presentation for them, tell them about first the points we agree on about fluoride and other issues, and then tell them, show them the new information on climate change, and show maybe that they've been lied to, and maybe we can get them on our side. But at least if we haven't, we've extended the olive branch, and then after that, if they don't seem to agree with us, we're going to head up to their lobby outside the Dáil, where they'll probably have loads of young grassroots people screaming at TDs to get more legislation, and we're going to hijack that little protest and turn it into something of our own. And we're going to say that absolutely everyone is welcome to come. The more people that are against this carbon tax and this new government legislation on global warming, the more of us we can get there, the better, because it'll just really send a message, because the media are definitely going to be there anyway covering it.
Excellent. That's making a real difference, just doing something and getting out on the street. Now, can you give us that date again and exactly where people can meet you and if they want to get involved with this?
It's June 2nd. It's outside the Dáil. Yeah, from 11 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, the information will be up on the site. It's wearechange.ie, and you can email us admin@wearechange.ie. It's all up there on the site anyway.
As well, that was another exercise in awakening the greenwashed, if you like. Can you tell us about that video?
Do you want to take that, Ash?
Ash, yes, please.
Which? Oh, the
in Temple Bar. I recognise it. Was that in Temple Bar?
No, it was on Grafton Street. No, that was quite interesting because, like, when we went in, we had we'd no idea that we were going to end up, running into law enforcement, and that we would they'd actually try and stop